Hey guys, welcome back. I have in front of me a whole bunch of freeze-dried Skittles. So we freeze-dried these ourselves in our freeze dryer, which I will link for you below. As soon as we got the freeze dryer, all we were hearing from other people who had freeze drying experience, or even people who didn't have freeze dryers, just kept telling us, you have got to freeze dry Skittles. Please freeze dry some Skittles and give them to us, that kind of thing. So we did a couple batches of more practical freeze-dried stuff to start out, and then we tried these as a treat. And today I'm gonna sample them and tell you, I guess, what they're like, because I had no idea what to expect. As always, I will leave timestamps for you below, but I'm gonna walk you through how we did it, maybe some things that we would do differently next time, and then of course, a taste test. What I love about the Harvest Right freeze dryer is that it walks you through the whole process. So all I did was start cooling down the chamber as usual. And while that was going on, I just prepped the Skittles on the trays. Today we're doing regular Skittles. I got this giant bag. I think I got it from Walmart, but I think you can get it a little bit cheaper at Sam's Club if you go there. But this is a little over 3 pounds. And we're also doing sour Skittles. So I got about 4 bags of those because those are smaller bags, and you can kind of tell the difference between what the sour ones look like and what the regular ones look like. So I don't think I have to worry too much about mixing them. Looking back, I should probably have left a little more room on the trays. I didn't realize that they were going to expand like they did. So I packed them a little bit tight, but fortunately we were able to break most of them apart after the process was finished. Today I am using the medium freeze dryer, so I'll link that one for you below. And as you guys can see, we actually did this all in one batch, so that was pretty sweet. So this is what they look like before freeze drying. Pretty standard looking. The regular ones are shiny, and then the sour ones are more of a like powdered matte coat type finish. So now that it's time to load them, I'm just gonna do the 2 sour ones. I'm gonna keep on the top rack, on the top 2 racks, and then I'm gonna put the regular on the bottom. Now I'm just closing the door and checking to make sure that the seal is nice and tight. We have a nice tight seal, so I just now get to set it and forget it. I think these took about 12 to 14 hours, I want to say. I think they could have used a little more time, but it worked well enough for our purposes. Freeze-dried Skittles have this kind of trademark appearance to them. They almost like pop open from the inside, so I was excited to see it worked the first time. And before taking them out completely, I did just pop the door open and check them a little bit. I just sort of felt them and they felt dry enough, but like I'll mention later in the video, some of them still had a little bit of chew to it, so I don't think that more time would have hurt. Okay, so I have here a whole bunch of freeze-dried Skittles. And what I'm gonna do is, because I was really curious about what they were gonna taste like, I'm just gonna kind of walk you through what I think they taste like. And I guess I have 2 different kinds here. I have the sour and then I have the regular. So without further ado, let's give it a try. We're gonna start with the red flavor, which should kick things off as well as they possibly can. Okay. That's very different. First thing I'm noticing, very sweet, obviously, it's candy. But it's different than a regular Skittle in that a regular Skittle is really juicy, right? Because your mouth is gonna water and it's like a chewy texture. This is not the same juicy factor. It's almost more of like a pixie stick factor, I would say. Honestly, be careful. Because when I bite into it, it's so dry and powdery that it's almost a cloud of powdered sugar and you inhale it and you cough. I'm almost getting a little bit of that, almost, but not quite, like not in a bad way. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's really, really sweet. And I'm just gonna straight up, I'm a chocolate person. I love chocolate. fruity candy is all right, so in my opinion. So it's not something I dislike, but it's also not like my go-to. Definitely prefer chocolate. I also definitely prefer natural fruit. So there's definitely moods I get in when I'll be wanting some good sweet fruity candy, but I think this is good, but it's really intense. The flavor is really intense. I think probably because the water is gone. Once it's freeze dried, pretty much all the moisture is gone. So it's just that much more concentrated. I've had 2 of the regular, and honestly, I think that that's good. Let's try one of the sour ones. Okay, I think we should do a red sour just to kind of like, you know, for science, keep consistency as much as we can. Okay, well, yeah. That's even more intense, for sure. Holy smokes. Okay, if you like sour, that's probably gonna be something you enjoy. I don't dislike sour, but I also don't crave sour. So it's just like a very intense, it's just a very intense experience. That was pretty good. Let's try an orange. Yeah, so the biggest takeaway I'm getting is gonna make your mouth water a lot. Whoa, especially the sour. Like, if the normal freeze-dried Skittles, we're taking normal Skittle flavor and intensifying it, the freeze-dried sour Skittles, it's hard to talk right now because it's so sour. Freeze-dried sour Skittles are gonna super intensify that sour flavor. So if that's something you like, that's probably gonna be like above and beyond for you. Again, not something I would dislike, but I think maybe just because it's something that was hyped up so much, like everybody does freeze-dried Skittles, that, you know, you kind of go into it expecting your world to be rocked, and they're definitely good. I think they're a really good idea for gifting over the holidays. Instead of just giving normal candy, you can freeze dry candy and gift it that way, because most people aren't gonna have a freeze dryer, and it can potentially save some money and also give people a treat that they wouldn't normally be able to have. When we had our freeze dryer delivered, the delivery guy actually said our local candy shop in town, he said he's delivered 3 to them at this point because they make such a killing off of freeze dried Skittles specifically. So these definitely have like a dedicated following. The other thing I'll say is I definitely think I overloaded the trays a little bit. I wasn't aware that they're gonna expand in size quite as much as they did. So maybe leave the trays a little bit more empty if you can, because I'm noticing as I'm picking different pieces, some of them are freeze dried really well and they're super, super dry, and other ones actually still have a tiny bit of a chew factor. So I would maybe leave them in for more time than you think they need to be left in, because when I first tested them, the ones I tried off the top right away were super dry and definitely finished, but I think down below, some of them have a little more moisture, so something to be aware of. So that was a really fun experiment. I think I have my freeze-dried Skittle fixed. Not gonna lie, I'm definitely gonna keep snacking on these once the camera's off, but I'm probably gonna devote more time to, in my opinion, you can't beat like the homegrown strawberries freeze-dried. That's a whole different flavor profile. It's not gonna be maybe quite as intense, but it's just so, it's just such authentic flavor, and I think that's what's throwing me off here. It's because I don't eat a lot of flavors like this. The flavors are just not necessarily as authentic as homegrown, or yeah, it's just a totally different flavor profile. So I think some people are gonna love it. Some people might dislike it. Some people are probably gonna be like me, where like, yeah, you could take it or leave it. But I think it's definitely a fun experiment and definitely a fun thing to try out. Please leave a comment below with your opinion on freeze-dried Skittles, and or maybe your favorite freeze-dried candy. Are there any other ones we should try? Otherwise, I think we're gonna probably move more towards the fruit and veggie direction from here. Thanks for watching today, and we'll see you next time.